So I release my tongue. So he knows what he's doing. Yes. Good. Yes. Good. 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 So yeah. Good. So I give a little pressure on the arm, and when he comes out, like riding a horse. Good. So if you're going to see it as a punisher only, you're going to have trouble with it. So the collar works the same. So in general, my dogs do not want to feel the prong collar. Good. So. Good. So yeah. The only is to release out. And I can get stuck with it like I want. It's my fault. Okay, this opposition reflex. You can teach it. You can teach it to go in the other direction. Good. Good. So if you use a tool and he doesn't understand it yet, it's very difficult. Good. Good. So we do this 2 times now. Like good. Yes. So I use it now to speed him up a little to come to me. And later I can use it for everything. So when it's done well, he also will not find the end of the leash when I just walk in. When I just walk in, he doesn't want to find the end of the leash because he's a good dog, because he will feel it. And after a while, he will feel the weight of the line, of the leash, coming on his neck. And that's when he releases. It's like when he's on a horse, and you give him only a little bit, he already responds. So when the really light one helps, you don't have to move your butt so much. Just a little bit weight difference and a little bit tension on it, for them is enough to understand what to do with it. Good. Sit. Good sit. Good sit. Good sit. Good. So now he got the signal to escape out this little pressure. It's only that. Let's push it. Push it. Push it. Wait. Here. Good. So he's very sensitive on the problem too. When you start to use this too much when he doesn't understand, then he doesn't know what to do with it. Yeah? So it's not to punish him, it's only to help him to get out of it. Oh, and let's do this. But he starts to respect it. He starts to respect it too much. Good. Good shot. Good. So yeah. Good. Come. Good. So yeah. Good. Out. Good. Good. More good. So you need to understand what you want with it. Otherwise I cannot do anything. Wait. So now I use this stimulation. It's a variant of it. But it cannot be all the time combined with something negative. So now he gets a little ball and then he gets food with the directional movement of the. So that makes him understand it more. Good. So yeah. He's actually very sensitive to the dog. I only want to respond on the touch, that's all. Because he needs to have a goal in his behavior. Good. And when every time he makes a little tension, or I make a little tension and he comes forward out of it, for him it's a good thing. Yeah? And meanwhile, I can use the prong as a stimulation for other things. Yeah. But I have to be gentle, so he understands it. Yeah.
But if you're not giving him any voice command, then aren't you turning the prong into?
Excuse me?
If you don't give him a voice command with the prong, then aren't you turning the prong into?
No, because I give him visual markers. I do this. So he feels it, he follows the movement. The movement is overriding the voice anyway. If he really gets it, he understands that. Sit, sit, wait, sit, sit, get it. So now he can respond after the attack, but I still make a little movement. I don't need to anymore. Wait, sit, good. Get it? So, after a few times, this little tap becomes energy. But he still does the same thing. He gets releasing out of the prong. Good, good. Good. You see how he responds, and I hardly use it. But it's possible you just start to use it a bit as a punishment. Good. Yeah. And when you use it as a punishment, it's too much distracted. Good. So, yeah. I can start to this. Good. So, yeah. Yes. Now it doesn't become so negative. And he likes to work with it. Good. So, yeah. Good. Yeah. Good. Yes. Good. Yeah. Good. That's good. Good. Yes. So now I have the behavior, and I still use the drum, but it's stimulation. Right? Good. So he went into it. So, to give you an example, when you walk your dog, and you have a dog who pulls the leash, a lot of trainers will tell you that you have to tell the dog push or with me or all that crap. Yeah? I tell them you don't say a word. Because when you're my girl and you walk hand in hand to the forest, I want to talk to you. I don't want to be engaged with the dog all the time, because then I walk like this all the time, and it sucks. Now, when I take Jackie for the walk, and my dog, and I turn on leash, I'm not going to lose my dog. But I will prepare him in a way that he knows when he feels this, he's going to yield. First in an environment where it's easy, because there's not so much distraction. Yes. And then in an environment with more distraction. So when I walk with him, I give all the responsibility to him. I don't call him, I don't praise him, I don't say a word. And when he goes in the direction I didn't plan to go, or he's passing me, I turn around. I don't say a word. And he will know that every time when he feels the end of the leash, I will slack it and give the pop. And after a while, when he feels this, he doesn't want me to slack it and give him pop. So when he feels the weight, he only yields. So I can walk my dog and never look at it. Just walking, and it's not my problem. It's going to be his problem to stay with me, and it's also his responsibility. And only when I stop, and he stays with me, it's a good boy. So, only when he's asleep, I would say, hey, wake up, you come with me? But otherwise, I just don't. And since he doesn't want to be on the tight leash, he's going to now have one experience. And he's not going to have many now, because this is by the sterile environment, and he will respond to yielding immediately. So he is going to find out that it's much nicer for him when I walk my dog, even when the leash is 15 feet. He will learn I don't want to find the end of the leash. I have to wait because he finds my leash. And when he finds the end of the leash, he gets a ball. And I walk away. And I don't see. So he learns that I do not want to find the end of the leash. So I can put a 20-meter leash on him, and then he will stay in a 20 feet circle. But he can be on 8 feet, I don't give a shit. So when I want to have him short, I do it this short, and now when he feels the weight of the leash, he has to learn to stop. And he didn't, and now he does. Because he learned the first time, okay, when I don't stop by myself, then I get this feeling in my neck, which I don't like. I don't ask him. I also don't ask him to stop, but I will tell him with my leash that you better don't hang into it. So, good. That's fine. Good. Good. So, after this, who has the leash doesn't matter. He needs to learn, I'm going to pay attention to the one who has the leash. So when you get the old mothers are walking, then she does this, and you immediately knows, okay, she has the leash. She stops, I stop. I walk away, I better come with her. Because I have to stay in the spread of the leash. And when he feels the weight, and he doesn't yield, then I'm going to let him give him experience where it's better to yield. So hold on a bit.
Sarge. Sarge.
Because I have the leash, you're going to listen to me. I use you as an obstacle now. So very quickly you will learn, the one who has the leash, I stay with. And I only have to escape out of this point. So I want to be able to walk in the street and never feel the leash. When I feel it, it's his problem. But when I feel that my hand can move a bit, or the weight of the leash is getting, then that's what he gets. Because he felt it too. When I feel it, he feels it. And I don't say a word, because I cannot talk to Jackie. She's walking on my hand and talk to my dog. And you know what? She's more important than my dog, so I'm going to walk and fuck it. I don't give a shit what he does, and when I turn. When I feel the weight of the leash coming too tight, I'm going to give it a jerk. And very quickly the dog learns. For now I allow it to be less than that, I don't give a shit. But if I have him longer, I will take the leash shorter and I probably keep him on one side. But he has to do what I do, and when I stop and he stops, I'm fine. I say, hey boy, he's a good boy. So there are no negatives if he pays attention. And the negatives are not big, but depending on how it is. So now it's a male, he wants to piss. Yeah? And he shows me I want to piss. But every time he wants to go to a tree, and when he feels the leash, he yields. So I know he wants to piss. And then I say, okay, go potty. And I walk with him to the tree. Now he cannot drag me. When he drags me, and I feel the weight, I stop, pop. I give him a little tap. And he slows down, I walk again. So you cannot pull me out of this planet, because I don't like it. You don't pay attention, that's your problem, not mine. I didn't say anything, so every time when he would say here or with me or foos, while I do that, I make this leash connected to me, and now it comes from me. No, it doesn't come from me, it comes from himself. So that's the normal daily life. So when I have people who have problems with their dogs, I just tell them, you just walk your dog, as long as you just pull the leash, you're fine. When he goes in front of you, and he wants to go somewhere else, he wants to pay attention, bad luck, it's not my responsibility. My responsibility is when I stop and he stays with me, say, hey, good boy. When he doesn't stop, he goes to end the leash, I feel it, I slack, pop, and I walk away. I don't say a word. So I didn't punish him, he punished himself. So imagine, I put a circle on the ground, and when I say, good, you only want to yield, I put a circle on the ground, and I say, when you step out of the circle, your head blows up. Yeah? Now, we say we do this in a prison, yeah? And the guy's all tough and stoel and whatever. So, I want to say that word.
Yeah, stoel.
So, I say, there's a circle, you all have a collar on, when you step out of the circle, your head blows up. Just, fuck you. Those are tough guys, And the toughest guy is, they're full of shit, and he steps over, then bang! The rest is like, holy fuck. Nobody's going to say, watch out, there's the line of the circle. They go there, and they say, nah, let's not go there. Yeah? And he learns to say. So with that, he learns what to do with the leash. He knows what to do. with this collar. Push it. Push it. Good. So you yield it again out the prom, but it was very new. So I tell him to stay. Push it. Push it. Good. So yeah. Good. So. Good. Is it? Good. You see how quickly it responds? I hardly put tension on it because he gets a sensor for it, and it's not too negative. It's enough to come out, but to make sure that it doesn't stay too negative because it's a little sensitive on it, I have to reward it for it. Okay. You saw the little tap, and I have to reward it. So when I have that, you can't use it for your training, but does he pull you off the planet on a prom?
No.
Does that come tight?
Sometimes it comes tight, but it doesn't like drag me.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And now, because he has positive experience with it, good. Yes. Yeah, good. Yeah, good. That's good. So yeah. Okay. Yes. So I even now gave a little tap on the marker. And the marker doesn't become negative. And it's, the electric works the same, but now it's a invisible release. Is it good? But I have to take it a lot to make him understand that we're not going to abuse you. Is it? So, yeah. I will send you a file wherein they describe correctly how you use a prong collar. An electric collar. And before you use it, yes, read the file totally, and I'm going to see if you understand it, and then you can use it. But it's like this, but then with an electric collar. You said I don't use it for the cave and stuff like that, so you have two ways to use the collar. Or it has stimulation correcting properties, which is quite low level, or it's just a punishment. And just a punishment is going to be when the fucker wants to eat out of the trash can. Or he's chewing up my camel.
But
Wait. When I use this as a punishment, and it has to do with objects, I also don't want him to know it comes from me. So, I put him in the house, I take a can of liverwurst, I don't know how you say it in English, liverwurst, and I smear it on this canister, on my trash can, and he has the collar on, and I have him loose, and I walk away into the corner, there's a mirror, I can see him. And he touches the trash can. The moment he touches it, and he does this, wham! I make it hot. The same when he tries to eat my crate, I make sure I can see him, but he might not be able to see me. So I might put a car there, bush here, a mirror there, and I stand here. And he gets it, and he starts, wham! I hit him. Now it's a punishment for that thing. If I tell you that stove is hot, and you don't believe me, you
Are
can
you
find
saying to do that or to not?
I do. That's how I use them, and I use the punishment when he eats shit. When he goes into the trash can or stuff like that. If I use it for the punishment in my work, it's when he really does not want to follow up a command out of fuck you. But then I probably did it already wrong. So, or say when out, when the dog gets too bold and he doesn't want to out, then I use it as a punishment, not out. But in general, we use it mostly as a stimulation, but it has still correction properties. It's not that high. Yeah? And it's the same how you want to use your problem. You don't want to use it as a punishment, and I don't want him to fear the problem. That's why I would play ball with him, and now and then give him a tap on the problem. So it makes energy instead of it makes him scared and afraid and numb. Meanwhile, it has corrective properties. Because when I put a little tension on it, he has to yield out of it. If you sit on a horse and you give it spurs, you would say, you give it a little pressure, it is something, it is something where he learns to come out of. So you give him pressure and he escapes forward. But he doesn't escape out of fear, he escapes what he learned. I feel pressure, when I do this, the pressure goes away. Now, when you have a horse who says, well, fuck you, or there's an object he doesn't dare to go through, then you might give him a little pressure and he might not go. Because the stimuli on the other side is overriding it. Then you use your pressure a bit more as a punisher. Because he didn't want to go, and then he goes. You understand? So now it has a little punishment properties. But in the beginning it does not, because you just want him to go, you give him a little pressure, and boom, he goes. And you want to slow down a bit, you give him a little bit in the bit, and he goes. Now, when he doesn't want to stop, because he has some other ideas, then that can be a punishment. Like when you have a horse who goes completely nuts, yeah? Sometimes they take one, and they whang on one side. You tell me when I'm wrong. So then it's the tool is used as a punishment, not just only in the direction. Yeah? And the control and the call is the same. That's why it's so easy to blend in with each other if you do it right. Yeah? He is not a jerk. No, he's not. If you treat him well, he wants to listen. When he learns to fuck with you, he will. Because it's all those things. If they think they can fuck with you, that's what I'm going to do. Because when they think it's better for them, I fuck you with a bit, and then I get what I want, that's what I'm going to do. But if he learns that I can listen to those little helps, and it's good for me, and also will learn that if I don't listen to those helps can be either. Not good for me. Then he knows what he can and cannot do.